My name is Jim Lal-Tabak. Welcome to this Wednesday evening energy treatment. All are welcome, and it's good to have you here. I'll be talking about sleep strategies and other things related, sleep-related issues. Hang on a second. Here we go. So we just a little background. I started doing energy work about 25, almost 28 years ago, and I came to that by doing meditation, yoga practice, and also speaking to some intuitives. And it was interesting because I saw this intuitive, Sonia Choquette, who's written maybe 18 books on how to become intuitive, and one was called The Psychic Pathway. It was a great book. But anyway, she said, "Go out. You have the abilities." And I rolled my eyes at the time. And then 6 months later, I started feeling this crazy energy pulsing through my hands. And so after that, I was on that path. So at any rate, I thought I'd talk about sleep hygiene today. And if anybody has any issues with sleep, the thing that's really I find fascinating, and I do for myself, is I program my body to have different responses. For example, in the morning, first of all, I try to be regular, keep a regular schedule for the most part, and follow the circadian rhythms of the earth. So, when just before the sun rises is the best time to get up. It's also, most of our ancestors did that. So we have genetic support with getting up early, and the circadian rhythm for most mammals is to wake up when the sun comes up, because we are not nocturnal by nature. At any rate, so that's one issue. And then the other thing that's, most people that talk about sleep strategies say is get the blue light out of your house at night. So that means if you watch television or on screen, wear a blue blocker glasses, or light glasses that screen out the blue spectrum, because it wakes you up and is more stimulating. So either turn most of the lights down and wear blue block glasses, especially if you have difficulty getting to sleep. The third thing, besides all that, just quiet, not a lot of activity, no new stimuli, don't get in any heated discussions. All those things will prep you for going to sleep more easily. And another one is, where was it? It was there, and now it's gone. So at any rate, there are supplements you can take. We have a whole range that we often recommend, and one of them, 5-HTP with zinc, is a good strategy for some people. There's something called Serenity, which is also a capsule. It's also in an essential oil that you could diffuse or just smell, and it relaxes your system. Lavender is a great essential oil for that. We also, there's this thing called Amari, and Sunset is one of their sleep regimens, and melatonin is also good. So, those are, in a nutshell. You want to. It's better to talk to a healthcare provider about your strategies before you do a lot of different supplements, or you can, carefully, work on that. Oh, the thing I knew would come back is, if you're a caffeine drinker, caffeine gives you a boost, and usually it's also related to sugars with caffeine, but in the first hour, but then it also comes back 12 hours later. So the best strategy is to stop any caffeine intake after 12 or even 10 in the morning, depending on when you plan on going to sleep and when you wake up. And then I thought it's really fascinating. I recently, in the last 4 days, right before the full moon, I was having these troubled dreams, 3 days in a row, different dreams, didn't like them, but they always showed up right in the first, early in the morning, my last sleep cycle. So apparently we have 3 REM cycles, and each one is about an hour and a half, and you get deep, rapid eye movement is what it stands for. But and the final sequence is really where we start to slough off brain cells, clear out all kinds of even just like stressors. So a lot of times I think people might want to avoid these bad dreams by just canceling out and waking up before, only sleeping 6 hours instead of 7.5. And but they're really helpful for getting your body, your mind clear. And so it's really important, as much as you can, to guard those 3 REM cycles, sleep cycles. They've also studied, science has shown that it really can impact Alzheimer's, all kinds of things, because you really need to get those 3 levels. And they did all kinds of tests, but like one was sharpshooters. They tested these sharpshooters, and they kept taking down, lessening each incrementally how much time they slept. And by the time they were like at 4 hours, they couldn't hit their target at all. And these are experts. So sleep is so important. It really regulates our emotions, our central nervous system, all kinds of things that really impact our health. And so I'm all in favor of it. So sleep is great. Do it. Find the strategies that work for you. We also, how much? Yeah, I'll spend 1 minute. I sometimes wake up in the middle of the night, and if my mind is going, some of you that have been on this calls for a long time will remember this, or maybe not, but I use something that's Jinshin Do, or Jinshin Jitsu, it's called. And it's called, this idea is an acronym, worry fast. So the thumb is considered the worry, the energy around the thumb. And what you can do is hold the thumb and hold it for 2 minutes or so, or just until you start feeling the pulsing. We're not going to go through the whole thing today, but I just want to run you through this. So hold the thumb and relax and breathe, and once you feel the pulse, you can move on to each successive finger. So it's FAST, fear, anger, sadness, and effort or trying. And so, but I don't even worry about what they stand for as much as I hold them all. I go through the cycle. I'll go through, if I wake up in the middle of the night, then I'll switch hands, go through the cycle of the other hand, not so fast, of course, and I breathe, and my mind quiets, and I get back to sleep. The other avenue is if you wake up, say, after 4 a.m., that is a natural time for meditation and yoga and breathing exercises. So I wake up between 4 and 5 usually, and I do my practice, and then I rest. And sometimes, very often, if I have enough time before my regular wake time, I fall back asleep. Now, the other thing I did want to mention is in the morning, when you get up, you want to, if you stand up and get out of bed, you will be programming your body for peristalsis, for the digestive system, going to the bathroom, but you can do that specific time when you want to get up. And this is another aspect of programming your body. So the morning, just like the night, you can program by repetition and specific activities. Drinking some water, going to the bathroom, some gentle movement. All those things will, if you do it as a specific time, will then let the body know this is wake time, and the whole system will get on a regular schedule. And so that's that. I thought I didn't mean to talk about that, because it's really important that we work both sides of this sleep, and of course, while we're sleeping, so we're not disrupted. And keeping a nice, cool room is also very ideal for that. So anyway, spoken enough. Let's ground. Just take your attention to the floor or to where you're resting. Take some nice, easy breaths. So any of you who have come on a little later, I just want to welcome you. Thank you for coming this evening. So I think we'll spend time just calming the physiology. This is evening time. It's a good time to begin relaxing, releasing. Just know if you have any thoughts come up, anything that you are trying to, that's on your mind, that needs attention, gently notice it, and then let it go as best you can. If it keeps coming, that's okay. Don't fight. Simply let it come and go as best you can. Just know that self-talk can be, I can take care of that later. So because I don't want you to feel like you have to do anything here right now. Everyone needs and deserves a time for not having to do, not having to make something happen, not having to fix anything, just being. Reminds me of when I was teaching yoga at high school, and I went into, they had a special class for, all kinds of different, alternatives. And so went in to teach this yoga class. And when I walked in, I saw all these students that looked totally, totally worn out. And I said to some of them, or to anyone, if you just need to rest, just go sit off to the side. The teacher didn't like this, of course, but I think it's really important to, where I think most of us are walking around with adrenal overload. So we need to, you may fall asleep in a, when you're meditating, and that's okay. You might, you may just be, the tendency is to keep pushing, even in a time of relaxation. So we want to give ourselves the permission to relax, to release, to let the nature really work through us instead of trying to control the nature. Just noticing, gently noticing any sensations in the body. Perhaps visual, oral, hearing, smell, and touch. Just noticing your senses. See if anything, touch also meaning nervous system, could be tightening or loosening. Good. I wanted to leave you with a few thoughts, but before we do, let's just bring our hands together in front of our heart. Take some nice, easy breaths. Turn the hands toward your heart, palms toward your heart. Expressing gratitude and sending healing energy into you through your heart center chakra region. And then turning the hands out. Take a nice big inhalation. And within your intention, thought, sending healing energy out into the universe. Just bring your hands back to center. So recently, the last 3 days up till just last night, I was having these troubled dreams early in the morning. And they seem to be connected somehow to the moon and the lunar, cycle, because it was a big moon. The moon's close to the earth. And on last night, after this morning, that is, I didn't have a bad dream again. I didn't have a troubled dream. And I don't know if it's connected or not. However, our bodies are made up of what you could say, stardust. They are made up of all the different metals and elements from all over the universe. And it turns out if you've heard about Higgs boson, that's this way that when two elements or particles have been put in connection with each other and then separated, they still respond. So in a sense, we are connected to everything in the universe, including our local moon, all the substances, the rocks, the mountains, the weather, everything. Really, if we are in sync, it does affect us. And so that's a kind of, to me, is a wonderful thing to, I just kind of put this together because I've heard all these things. And I find it really, to me, it's really fascinating and exciting to know that science also collaborates or corroborates the, this kind of experience, because we are conscious beings and we can be affected by, it can explain astrology, all kinds of things like that. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go, and I want you to have a wonderful rest of your week, and hope you have peace and harmony with you at all times. So have a wonderful rest of your week. Namaste. Thank you for being here. And I just click this anyway, just to do it. And so good to see you all. Marguerite, Lisa, Diane, Archana. Take care, and see you next time. Okay, where's my button? There it is. Bye, everybody.